going on, guys? It's your boy KC Fowler, one half of the Fowler's podcast, host of the Melanin Warriorz podcast. Before we begin, y'all see this background right here, man. It's known as the Black Heritage flag. If you guys didn't know about the Black Heritage flag, don't worry. I got an episode talking about the flag coming up real soon, guys. But on this episode, we're gonna focus on the Dahomey Warriorz or the Dahomey Amazons. So here we go. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So the Dora Milaje were the amazing melanin female warriors in the iconic movie Black Panther. They were actually portrayals of the Dahomey Amazons, who were Afan, which is one of the largest ethnic groups in Benin. They were an all-female regiment of the Kingdom of Dahomey, which existed until 1904. The origin of these mighty melanin warriors differed from year to year, which, like their role during the years of 1645 and 1685, the Dahomey Amazons were a corps of elephant hunters called the Gabito. During the reign of Queen Hangbi, they were used as bodyguards, which, like we saw in the movie Black Panther. According to records, her brother was the ruler before her, using these warriors in Dahomey's defense of the kingdom of Savi in 1727. These melanin warriors were referred to as Mino, which translates to our mothers in the Fan language. During the rule of King Gizo or Gahizo, Dahomey became even more militarized, increasing the land's budget and formalizing their role from ceremonial to actual military. Europeans who came over to study the Dahomey people referred to them as Amazons, but they called themselves Ahasi, which means king's wives, or Mino, never using the term Amazons. Never used it, guys. That was a European term, so we are going to strike the word Amazon from the rest of this episode. What's going on, guys? It's your boy KC Fowler, man. Had to take a break from the episode to let you guys know about Isla Nanny Creations once again. I also had to change my background briefly so y'all can see the kind of work she actually does. This is actually a backdrop from my other podcast. I have my brother, the Foul Language podcast. She does backdrops, just pretty much anything you can imagine, man. We also got this Foul Language custom box right here that she also did our names on it. And tumblers is a big thing she does, and it goes on and on and on. Like I said, it goes beyond shirts and everything like that, guys. So y'all go ahead and holler at Miss Janae K. Fowler on Instagram or Facebook, and get your creations created, baby. It's your boy. At the peak of their existence, the Mino numbered as high as 6,000, making up most of the Dahomey army, man. Wow. Some of the women soldiers of Dahomey were recruited as young as 8 years old, after a source of recruitment was said to come from the Ahasi, or king's wives again, which were often hundreds of them. Some volunteered for service, while others had no choice after their husbands and fathers complained about their behavior. I guess they were a little too aggressive. Who knows? During their time as warriors, they were not allowed to marry, and many were virgins. There was a semi-sacred status that mixed in with the belief of Vodun, or voodoo, as it is commonly known, because, during that time, our melanin people in Africa, a lot of them actually, practice voodoo. It didn't come from no evil place or nothing like that. That was just our, our religion as melanin people during that time, depending on which part of Africa you were from. Their training consisted of survival skills and having an unresponsiveness to pain or even death, charging through acacia thorns, which are pretty much shrubs or like trees, like really thick thorns, probably about like that. So they would charge through these defenses, as they even executed prisoners, enhancing their discipline. So let's go into the structure of how the Dahomey warriors fit into the entire army as a whole. So the structure of these magnificent melanin warriors parallel to the whole army. They made up the center wing, or the king's bodyguard. They also were flanking both sides, each unit having their very own commander. It was also written that each male warrior had a female counterpart, making up this entire army. Each warrior had different roles, guys, such as huntress, riflewoman, reapers, archers, and gunners. And man, I wish I could find the pictures for these roles, but just like me, I'm sure you guys can use your imagination on what these amazing female melanin warriors look like and did in their particular role, guys. So this has been part one. Yes, sir. There's gonna be a part two because we're not done yet. They have a whole conflict with France that we're gonna get in part two. All right, guys. This has been part one of the Melanin Warrior women from the Dahomey. They were such awesome warriors that I will cover even more during part two, guys. In part two, we're gonna talk about the conflict they had with France. It's gonna be amazing, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for part two. And their likeness in the cultural explosion marvels the Black Panther. That's how iconic these women are. These warriors, were being part of the Melanin Warriorz podcast, and a true testament on how amazing our melanin sisters are, guys. So this is your boy, KC Fowler, one half of the Foul Leggers podcast, host of the Melanin Warriorz podcast. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, share. Check me out on TikTok at Melanin_Lion. Check me out on Twitter, Melanin Lion 1. Check me out on Facebook, the Melanin Warriorz Podcast. Check me out on Instagram, the_Melanin_Warriors_podcast, guys. And be sure to tune in for the Melanin Warriorz presents the Melanin Innovators. Also, once again, this your boy, KC Fowler. And if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. And I'm out.